Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. I'm Jamar McKeel.
I'm James Joe.
And y'all just got served with J&J Sports. Happy New Year.
Shout out to J&J. So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
Watching content like what y'all put up. So yeah, let's rock and roll, brothers.
Up next, I thought we'd go ahead and I wanted to start digging into the Dallas Cowboys schedule. And we're going to talk about mainly like some of the important games, like the main focus games. We'll probably go back and go through, like, do a game-by-game prediction when we get closer to the season. Mm-hmm. But I thought it'd be fun to just go ahead and look at, like, the main games that we could talk about.
Yeah, let's do it.
So September 13th, the Sunday Night Football opener. And I think I maybe said that they had the NFL opener.
Let's do it.
On one of the previous ones, but it's actually the Sunday Night Football opener. And it's against the Giants.
Right. You did. Yep.
This will be in New York, which... as I always say, I'd rather them play in September than December in New York, especially because it's so cold there. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm just kind of curious. What are your initial thoughts for like this opener with the Giants? And
it's going to be really exciting. I think it's going to set the tone for both teams because New York has been having a hard time, and this can be this is going to help motivate each team. Honestly.
Yeah, I think so, and. I guess Jackson Dart, he's going into I think this is his second full season as the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
So, with a full off season and, a season behind him, are we going to see like a more polished quarterback?
Yeah, we are. And I can't wait, him at his high potential, you got Dak at his high potential, we're going to see a good match. I'm saying, score prediction, I say like 25-30, something like that.
It was a Thursday night football game, and it was the Giants with Jackson Dart as quarterback and Cam Scatterbo as the running back. And I think they were playing the Eagles, and, like Super Bowl champions.
Right.
I don't think anybody expected the Giants to win, but the Giants, like, jumped ahead it was a significant, margin.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most entertaining football games that I've seen just because of the way that Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo were acting. Like, after Scatterbo got a touchdown, you see him do a backflip. And
okay.
At the very end, after the game, after the Giants won, they brought Cam Scatterbo out up against Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's an analyst now. He used to be a quarterback.
Right.
And they both got shirtless and did like a belly bump. And it was like, what is going on?
They just, okay.
But
wilding.
I remember the next morning I heard the NFL analyst Greeny, and he was saying, like, yeah, they turned the field into a frat party.
Okay.
I completely agreed with that, that notion there. So.
Have fun with it. I mean, a win, especially when you win against a Super Bowl team, for sure.
Oh, yeah, and I remember they kept showing his parents, Jackson Dart's parents, in the crowd, and they were just so happy to see, his son pull up ahead like that.
That's what's up.
It was just one of those games where everybody was having fun. So I hope that we get a similar vibe for the Cowboys opener against the Giants, and, hopefully the Cowboys play well. And
right.
If I did have to predict a winner for this one, I'm going to hopefully lean towards Dallas to win this game.
For sure, yeah. I say Dallas take this one too.
I know in their last, it's like their last 13 matchups or 12 matchups, Dallas has 11 wins and New York has 1 win.
Right. You told me the breakdown of it.
And that 1 win actually came in Dak's very first game as the starter, too. So that is kind of interesting. He pretty much owns the Giants.
So a lot of history with this team.
And then, so up next, September 27th against the Baltimore Ravens. And I think the Ravens are supposedly the home team, but they won't feel at home because this is going to be in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Oh, right. You were telling me. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I remember the 2016 Olympics were in Brazil. So they're playing an NFL game there now. I think they played one last season, if I'm correct. And we were just talking about the Ravens, too. So, like, looking forward to this game, what are your initial thoughts?
This one's going to be a little more challenging for the Dallas because, like I said, you got new drafts coming in with Ravens. You still got Lamar you got to deal with. So, it's a lot on the defensive side, I would say.
Yeah, I'm curious what the Ravens are going to look like. I guess, as a team, because when teams are at the top and they're at the top for a while, I mean, the Ravens have been for like 5 years now, like a playoff team at least.
Yep, playoff contenders. So we'll just have to kind of see. I know it's not going to be an easy game, but I feel like the Cowboys can put up with them. They can be that challenge for them.
Yeah, and both teams, like they say that the Ravens are supposedly like the home field advantage, but both teams are traveling for this.
Yeah. So it's not like they got to have both clear minds and clear attitudes on when they play.
And I've heard analysts talk about this too, saying, well, Jerry Jones would prefer every Cowboys game or home game to be played there in Dallas where he can make the most money.
Right.
And like a lot of people feel that way, but I think they're kind of missing the point of Jerry also loves the advertisement that his team gets by going to an entire like different country.
Right.
Because the people in that country will see the Cowboys star everywhere they go,
right.
And they maybe become fans themselves.
Exactly, and purchase the merch and stuff. We're going to see a few Cowboy shirts out there all the way in Brazil. I guarantee it. We're going to see something.
Yeah, I know they're definitely popular in America, but they're probably pretty popular all over the world just because of how much attention they get.
Right. They get a chance to watch it in real time, and I'm guaranteed that's what's going to make the NFL Network even more famous for these teams.
And I'm curious, do you think this game means more for the Ravens or for the Cowboys?
I say more for the Cowboys. Yeah, just because they're already a famous team. It'll definitely benefit the Ravens too, but I feel like, yeah, the Cowboys.
It's one of those where if the Ravens lose, they're probably not going to get as much criticism for the loss. Mm-hmm. Whereas if the Cowboys lose, and it depends on how they lose, but if the Cowboys lose, I mean, they always get that the criticism, and they're going to be pointing fingers.
For sure.
I hope that it's at least just a good game, though, and that all the players stay safe out there.
Yeah.
So. And then very shortly after that, it looks like almost less than a week, we've got that Cowboys coming here to Houston for a noon game. And they don't actually get a whole lot of noon games. They play a lot of 3:30 or nighttime games. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I like this one. I might actually try to make it out to this.
Seems like the Cowboys got a little schedule on them in the beginning.
They do, yeah. People were saying that it is one of the tougher schedules, but I guess it just depends on like perspective and like.
But you know what? I would rather get the tough teams out the way early, so that way, yeah.
Yeah, in Houston, I mean, they're going to be like a major handful for the Cowboys, so it's not going to be an easy thing. What is it about like interstate rivalries between like two teams and two cities? Like what do you think it is about that?
They like the cousins that don't really like each other, but they love each other type of vibe. I feel like that's like with the Cowboys and the Texans. It's like, y'all a few hours away from us, we cousins, but we really don't like y'all still. And that's funny to me. Yeah.
If there's an emergency, we'll help you out, but otherwise, like, if we're in competition, then
right.
Yeah, that kind of goes back to 2017 when Jerry Jones opened up AT&T Stadium for Houston to play their preseason games if they needed to.
Right.
They eventually just ended up canceling them, which they should have. This was during the Hurricane Harvey.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was glad that they just ended up canceling them. But he said, hey, if y'all need to come over here, there's plenty of space.
Right. Yeah.
But
absolutely,
it is going to be a tough game, and anytime these two teams play, it's always a big one.
It's going to be a good one. Definitely going to have to get. We might have to get tickets, James, for it. We might have to.
Yeah, we need to go out to this one.
Yeah,
and then October 18th, tough teams. The Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football.
They just, that got to be on it. These 4 weeks. So that's 4 weeks.
I will say. The game that they played, I think it was October or maybe like towards the end of December.
Yeah.
But the game that they played with Green Bay last season,
that was talking about it. Who wound up winning that game?
It was a tie.
Okay.
I think it was maybe the only tie of the season. It was 40-40, and that was the one where you have all the Micah Parsons drama.
Right.
They sent him away, and now he's back. He did actually end up stopping Dak. like before Dak tried to run in with the winning touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So there is some of that there. But I mean, looking back, that was one of the best games I've ever seen Dak play.
Yeah.
He was on it, and it was almost like you could see the pressure on Dak's shoulders. Pretty much the whole Micah situation, which he didn't create.
Right.
It's not his fault,
Yeah.
but he stepped up and did what he had to at least keep the team competitive.
That was amazing, and the fact, the person's like comments and all that slowed down. Now we can kind of just see, okay, without the drama internet, how these teams are going to play. And
if I remember correctly, CeeDee Lamb was injured, so he was not playing in this game.
Right.
So I mean, for them to put 40 points up against the Packers
without him, picture with everybody healthy, this is going to be a game, James.
In a lot of ways, though, George Pickens, he was kind of the player of the game there for the Cowboys.
Right.
Some of the stuff that he was doing.
Right.
And then, so we don't have another hard game for about a month, from what I was seeing.
After that Packers game.
Yeah, the Packers is going to be October 18th, and then November 15th they play San Francisco at 3:25.
Okay, that's going to be another one. So they got it. They got a lineup.
And they've had a strong rivalry with San Francisco for almost since the entire time. In the 70s, they were going at it.
Yeah.
In the 80s, they went at it really hard. Again, in the 90s. And I feel like it's making that return now in the 2020s.
So, yeah.
And I'm not wild about it only because of the way the Cowboys play against the 49ers.
Right.
And it's almost like that little cousin that you were talking about.
Yeah.
I
feel fun. Like with them, that's more of... that distance cousin that you really don't like. So, yeah.
And they've managed to make such like wonderful teams in San Francisco for like the past 10 years. I mean, they're going to the Super Bowl. They played in that the Chiefs Super Bowl with Mahomes. And then, you go 7 years later and they're playing in the Super Bowl again. And
right.
It's just like the management and the coaching and stuff that they have out there.
So y'all beating them is just going to be, that's something that has to happen. That's like that feel good, like, we beat a championship team.
The last time, I think we have beat them since, but I mean, the last time I actually really remember us winning against them, it was like 2017 or something. So that's a long time.
Yeah.
So it's time that the Cowboys got a victory against the 49ers.
Could you predict like a 5-0 out of all those teams? Which teams you feel like will probably beat them? Cowboys.
I would have to lean towards Houston. Okay. And I think that's just because of their defense.
Right. Okay.
But
that's fair.
Well, but San Francisco though, just because of the history there. So
just those
kind of a tie between the two.
Those two. Got you.
And then about 10 days later, 10 or so days later, on November 26th, Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia Eagles are coming to town to play the Cowboys.
I heard about that one. Oh man. That one's going to get a lot of views.
Yeah, we played them on Christmas Eve a few years back. We ended up winning. I was glad that we did. It was a very close game. But, I mean, the schedule makers, they wanted this to be the game that everybody watched on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one.
Are people going to tune in for this one, you think?
Absolutely, yeah.
This is an interesting time slot. They're always the 3:30 time slot on Thanksgiving because Detroit, they seem to always play at noon. And then they put in some random team for the night
night game, yeah.
But I like this slot on Thanksgiving because, I mean, we usually try to wake up early and get the cooking done early.
Right,
and then
cooking and...
Usually I'm kind of cleaning up by the time we're putting the game on. So we get to sit and relax.
Turkey, yams, everything in my hand, ready to go.
Now, are the Eagles, because this is a holiday, are the Eagles also going to be bringing
they bring
the challenge?
Yeah. It's going to be, yeah.
And I hope that the Cowboys are able to keep this a competitive game and obviously win. Anytime the Cowboys win on a holiday, it's always happy.
It's always a good...
I mean, for anybody's sports team, if they play on the holidays and you see them win, it just makes the holiday just a little bit better.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely. So hopefully, we're going to be talking about a Cowboys victory on Black Friday there.
Yeah.
And then Monday Night Football on December 7th, Seattle Seahawks. So Super Bowl champions.
Super Bowl champions. Oh, that's gonna be one. That's gonna be a tough one.
Do you think the Cowboys will have a chance in this one?
Yeah, they definitely got a chance in it. They would just have to see. We would have to see how the Seahawks are playing throughout the season, so they can really see. Okay, how can we get them? For sure.
If he's still on the team, defensive lineman DeMarcus Lawrence, he might be making a return to play his old Cowboys. So
Right.
that'd be interesting to see him playing against his old
Playing
team.
against this. Oh yeah, yeah.
He was one of my favorites for a long time, and I'm definitely really happy for him to have the Super Bowl ring too.
Yeah.
It was interesting too. People were talking to him, and he came out and said, like, Dallas is not where I'm going to be winning a Super Bowl at. Like, I have a better chance in Seattle.
Yeah.
And that was
And
like 9 months or so before he won
Before
the
he
Super
got
Bowl.
yeah, that's crazy.
So I hope he makes the return. If you're watching, please make the return. We want to see you back. He has 2 more years on the contract there too, from what I know.
From Seattle, yeah.
And then, so 12-20, we got the Los Angeles Rams. This was the last like big significant game that I had here.
Right.
So 5 days before Christmas, the Rams, and you know they're going to be a tough team.
Yeah.
They're a playoff team.
Yeah. They were a playoff team last season. Before the who broke them out? I think Seattle.
Seattle
broke
did,
them
yeah.
down. Yeah. So yeah, definitely, man.
And in a 3-week stretch there, they're going up against Seattle and then Los Angeles.
Right. Okay.
I mean, that's rough. And so out of these games, we have almost all of the NFC West because we have San Francisco,
Right.
who are in the NFC West. We got Seattle, and we got Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Yeah.
Who are we missing here from the NFC West? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Not the Chargers. I'm trying to think who else.
Yeah, who else? Are there two? There's like 2 teams. Yeah, there's 2 teams in California. I don't know. It's slipping my mind right now.
Rams. I know you said Rams, Chargers. That's the only teams I can think of.
But I mean, this is a pretty solid schedule, as you had mentioned. You know, in general,
Yeah.
like it seems like the schedule makers were like trying to
Really? Yeah. Yeah.
And I can't even imagine even like starting to make like a schedule with all the different stuff, and then the teams that actually share stadiums and
Right,
stuff. It's
right.
got to be really difficult to.
Absolutely. Then you got international games. You got a lot of stuff going on.
But y'all let us know, what are some Cowboys games or maybe, you know, NFL games in general that y'all think are going to be important, significant, or, you know, going to be special games?
Definitely. We'll definitely keep you guys updated. All right, y'all. That's the end of episode 150, you guys. We are so appreciative for y'all to just keep rocking with us. We are on the way to 200 episodes. We need y'all to help us get to 1,000 subs. 500 is our mini goal. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Shout out to AGY, man. We seen him perform. I will have pictures of that on our YouTube. Make sure y'all check that out. James?
We got some clips too, and he did a really great job at the performance there too.
Absolutely, man. Right there in Clear Lake. Very proud of him. Like I said, we're going to keep seeing more performances from him live and just keep supporting, for sure.
And everybody, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and please let us know, are there any topics, any athletes, any sports, movies, anything that you'd like us to cover? Just send it to us and let us know.
And as always, I'm Jamar McKeel.
I'm James Sherwood.
And y'all got started with J&J Sports episode 150. See y'all next time. J&J Sports.
Keeping it slick in 2026.